First off, I would like to say thank you, and also to let whoever is watching to know that this is an experiment. I see that one person has joined. I have no idea who the person is. This is a learning experience in preparation. Hello, Nathan. This is a learning experience in preparation for what will probably be some upcoming traveling in the name of compassion. And also to begin, what I say is online gatherings. I see another person has gathered. Amy is watching. Hello, Amy. Hello. Thank you again for the hospitality and the visit to Dallas. I was saying that this is for an experiment in what it's like to go live on Facebook, and rather than filming others about their concept of compassion, to allow this space for live sharing and contemplation of love, peace, and compassion. Three things that I passionately engage in with the gift and the energy that has been given. And to allow this space to answer any question. I see a third person has, within the first couple of minutes, a third person has joined. This is somewhat of an online gathering in which whoever's online on Facebook can gather, and I can answer any life questions, is what I would call them. Rather than personal questions, I will refrain from answering any personal questions and remain open and opening a deeper space for the sharing of wisdom. And I see, yes, Simone. Simone is watching. Hello, Simone. And to allow this to be whatever may come. That being said, I would like to encourage everyone to know that there is a thing called love. It's not a thing, tangible thing. It is a force in which all things, even including those things that we fear, it supports that force in order to know itself in form. They say that actual form that we see, hear, touch, taste is about 4.7% of the visible universe, and that the rest of the universe is unknown to us as human beings. And considering that at the quantum physical level, that the force of love that we actually experience daily is a percentage of the love that's available to give is a beautiful thing to know. A beautiful thing to know. And it makes love even more easy. Unconditional love. The kind of love that brings about life. The kind of love that brings about all of life, plant life, human life, the life of this planet, the life of the universe. Life. It is the space that provides life. That unconditional love. And it's inherently peaceful. Inherently meaning infinitely accessible. And in that accessibility that it is always accessible, not just when it's convenient, that or when it's being worked toward, because there's no separation between that peace, because it is infinite. There's no separation from it, and the separation itself is the illusion. I'm currently working with the concept of compassion as being realizing essence. The essence of that infinite emptiness in which there's an energetic pulse radiating from it, which can be felt here in the heart. And when it's felt, it's radiated, emanating from that place. And others can see it. They see it and they experience it, and it's appreciated to such an extent that in the same way that currency can appreciate when there's an investment, when it's recognized, when it's given value, that the unconditional love and the inner peace and the compassion can be appreciated in that sense as well. And it sparks the light. It sparks the light that's in the heart of all of humanity. So I think I will be here, leave this on for a little while. As I said, this is an experiment. And similar to sitting at the bench here in Davis, California, where I am currently, and to see what happens, to see who. This is the virtual bench, to see who sits down and joins this and has any questions to ask, impersonal questions. Oh, thank you. Danny, Jill, Ahila, and Shohana are also there. Nice. I was just saying, I don't know if you heard that this is sort of the virtual compassion bench where I can sit and answer questions or simply be present for those that need some peace and love and compassion for their day. It's like it's the lunch hour maybe where you're at and just sit. Shoshana McIntosh. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. So I'm simply sitting here in order to be peace, love, and compassion for whoever needs that in their life right now. Oh, Amy is asking, as they say, what is your definition of a contemplative leader? One would have to investigate the word contemplative and also investigate the word leader. First, I'll investigate the word leader. Oftentimes, there's difference between leader and leadership. We know a lot of leaders who lack leadership, and a lot of leadership that's been given to leaders. Leadership is being able to guide, being able to inspire. Oftentimes, merely by inspiring others, you become a leader. Sometimes we are applied to be a leader for a job or a political position, etc., etc. True leader. Hello, Sarah. This is a online compassion bench that's happening, and I'm answering a question called, what is your definition of a contemplative leader? Leader being, and I'm speaking about leadership, a contemplative leader is someone who takes the time to lead with wisdom, to lead with wisdom, to lead with truth, to be grounded in inner peace with the intent and motivation of love. Realizing the essence, which is compassion. And allowing space for empowerment, meaning that those that may be students or followers, considering that the teacher-student relationship is one that is ongoing and fluctuates, because the teacher must learn as a student how to teach. A contemplative leader. Again, this is a space that, an experiment for a space that's being opened in order to see what happens. Again, likening it to the bench at the corner, since I'll be likely moving around again soon. For those who are watching, I appreciate it, and remain on here for a little while. Simply being the space for peace, love, and compassion. Taking impersonal questions. Offering wisdom to impersonal questions. Because there is a fierce urgency of now in which peace, love, and compassion are tools and the pathways to, we have to continue our meeting, but keep on keeping on. Thank you, Amy. Thank you for broadcasting this to the during the meeting. I trust that some of the words were uplifting and that and useful to what you asked. And we'll talk this afternoon. As this experiment is continuing, I'm realizing that there will be people coming on and off, and the thought passed through the mind as to continue as has been done at the bench, and simply see who shows up and be a quiet space until the battery runs low. Compared to the bench, there's no battery in the bench. So there is no battery to run low on the bench, in which I would have to recharge. Also, I could plug the charger in, which I think I will do. Let this go out into the world. Because it is necessary. And it's default.